crop ratio. I'm gonna just not get it so close to my face. Is that cool? Okay, sweet. Finally at it. I had a impulse today that I just kind of needed to get this video done. I'm planning on taking a short break from social media after this because the news is a bit much lately. So I'm going to try and speak as eloquently as I can, shortly, briefly, about what's going on in Utah with specifically religion. So if that's a trigger for any of you guys, tune out. Do yourself a favor. But if you're willing to listen, then let me give you a bit of a content warning. Because it involves suicide. And it involves sexuality. I even got my notebook here so I can keep my train of thought. So, in the Mormon Church, there's apostles, which are a group of men that determine the business of the LDS Church and receive the Word of God to impart on their members at general conference settings, big meetings, monthly sometimes, the frequency of which has lost on me since I left. Dallin H. Oaks is a man, older man, that has recently said some things he's concerned about with the rise and acceptance of LGBTQ culture. He says that there's a culture of evil and personal wickedness rising up in the world, and said that he's concerned with the increasing frequency and power of the culture and phenomenon of lesbian, gay, and trans lifestyles and values. This is a man that doesn't agree that it's not a choice and that it's none of his business how we conduct ourselves in the bedrooms, who we fall in love with, the gender of people we fall in love with. In Utah, it's said that there's close to 70% of the population being Mormon. I know so many good Christian people, so many good religious people. That includes a lot of my Mormon friends in Utah. I love those people. I used to be a Mormon. I was proud for a while. But there's a problem that state faces, and suicide is the leading cause of death for people aged 10 to 17. That's really young. And in other places besides Utah where there's a known higher Mormon concentration, Idaho, Wyoming, teen suicide still exceeds the national average rate. There's a project that was started called the Child-Friendly Faith Project. I recommend you look into it if you'd like to help in any way, financially or even just with more information. Again, I'm going to try and keep this brief. We, as LGBTQ people, as human beings, we aren't a religion, nor are we a commodity. We are a people. I disagree with what Dallin Oaks is talking about. I disagree with the way the Mormon Church has flip-flopped on their stance with LGBTQ people. Sometimes allowing it, sometimes saying they're welcome. And then another conference session later by another voice, a different voice, saying that it's part of a phenomenon of growing evil and personal wickedness. We are a collective. We're all here together. And I have no problem with people organizing behind values. It's when that it becomes a business and that it becomes political that I begin to have issues. I think it's important not to knock down other people's way of living. The way I see it is you mind your business. We'll mind ourselves. Don't get in our way of life, and we won't get in the way of yours. Yeah, faith is important, and you choose to believe in a faith. We don't choose to feel love. You can turn it off. You can have exceptional emotional control. But it's natural, it's inherent for us to love each other. To have the capacity to love each other. I don't know any of these kids personally that are killing themselves. I know we all have bouts and imaginings, and maybe have even tried to do that. But when you're that young, that only comes from somebody else telling you that you are not accepted, that this way of behaving is not allowed, that in this mystery of life, a creator that created it all didn't tell you to be this way, didn't make you to be this way. So why am I this way? These kids need support. They need to know that if there is a creator for this, that they love them, no matter what they're doing, as long as they're good people. It's not about who they're falling in love with. Sometimes they fall in love with the opposite or the same-sex gender and never have sex. Sometimes they remain abstinent. And sometimes it torments them. I know that Dallin Oaks and people who believe the same aspect of what he believes in, I know you care about us, LGBTQ. But with eternal salvation and all that stuff, I know you care about us. And it comes from a place of caring for humanity. But maybe deep down, something's wrong with that. Something is wrong with it. That thinking. It's time. It's time to accept unconditionally It's not a growing phenomenon. People are able to be themselves, and it's creating harmony. The only way that there's chaos is by people saying they're not for it, that they don't agree with it. And again, it comes down, mind your own business. It's personal. Love is personal. That's up for us to decide how we want to use it. And we're not going to do it in front of you. We're not even going to try doing it with you if that's not what you want. I don't care what it is. We're people, and we love who we love. Maybe we've accepted that we're just going to hell. And maybe we're fine with that. You go where you want to go. Just please, don't try to drag us with you. I'm going to start an act of protest. And though I've not been involved with the Mormon Church for over 10 years, it's time for me to officially remove my records from the church documents, which are still there somewhere because I've never initiated the process of getting them removed until now. So, anybody else who feels part of the Mormon Church or not, previous, otherwise, other LDS kids, I'm calling you, whether you're LGBTQ or straight or anywhere in between, get off those records if you feel so inclined. Let me know. Message me. Make a video about it. It can be simple. It can be over 10 minutes long like this. Let me know. Because I've got a friend in Utah that has a business. He's got some pretty sweet shades for sunny punks. Can't really see it right now, but I'll send these out. I've only got 2 pairs. A black one, still in the package, and these, like, that are kind of, this, like, yeah. I'll send them to you as a reward for doing something that you feel you believe in. If you've listened this far, thank you. I'm going to take us a break from social media for a while, because God knows I need it. Have a great month, life. Be good. Love.